I can't even tell this is a Buzzbee blaster, dude. Look at that grip. Look at this whole thing. It's Find the Air Warriors. But yeah, there's been a lot of talk saying that this is a very good blaster. I'm here to decide that today because you guys know how I am with Buzzbee, which in this episode, we are looking at Buzzbee's newest blaster. The other newest one is a small slingshot that they reskinned for the Stranger Things world. I'm personally not going to look at that, but when the review comes out, I'll link it to my buddy Brickosaurus because he was able to get it for free. But overall, I guess let's open up the Easy Fire, but first, let's take a look at what it has. It's got 2 magazines. Thank you, Buzzbee. The blaster itself, it's got a stock, and these darts, which we will go over in a minute. But let's free this thing out of the package. Let's get this freaking thing out of its packaging. Included with your Buzzbee Easy Fire, the blaster itself, 2 magazines, a collapsible stock, and AccuBlast darts. I'm really hoping these are accurate, but when I'm looking at these right now, now that I kind of get a better look, they look like stolen designs for the X-Shot darts, the new ones. But we'll see how accurate they are. I might have to test these outside of another blaster, because that kind of goes into what this blaster was a little bit. But now, the assembly. And now, here's the only test that really is required on any Buzzbee blaster. Okay, Buzzbee. I see how you're playing me. Alrighty, so this one's going to be a little different because I'm just going to kind of talk about what this is. So, this is a lever action blaster. That's essentially the joke, like it's the Sentinel 2, but its lever is up top. Wow, that is insanely light. And apparently I've seen this has... That is weird. Whoops. And if I'm correct, yeah, that is pretty much the exact same breech that the Sentinel uses. It's like old classic, but that is weird. But it's not bad. And then, of course, we do have a collapsible stock. This is the only area to where it's pretty flimsy. Then, of course, yeah, that's what I thought. I guess here's the better test, though. It's already speaking for itself. Let's test this. Oh, come on. Yeah, don't put any weight on this stock, because just the prime weight alone is not good. It reminds me of the Raider stock, but much more crappy. And again, this is an in-strike stock attachment point, but overall, I like it. Now for these magazines, they are very thick and nice magazines. Wow, they actually feel really good. But the odd thing is, they're 14 rounders. I've never had a magazine that is a number like this. Because usually it's a 15, a 10, 12, 6, or 15, but not a 14. And we do even have crosshairs inside the sight, but that is weird. And I feel like it's definitely best to fire this from the hip, and that's honestly probably how I might. So yeah, you're going to need to put 2 fingers in there, but not bad, actually. I guess I'll save these for the firing demo, which we shall now get to. Starting off with one mag of their included darts. now slam firing this thing. What the frick? Why? After we took about 10 to 15 minutes to recoup from that, no pun intended, I'm just going to shoot some waffle head darts to hopefully get some more improved accuracy, if you know what I mean. Or maybe greatly improved? What an interesting blaster from Buzzbee. I actually have to give them credit. This was fun to shoot. Is it the most accurate thing? That could be very debatable. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I am impressed with the new darts. They are actually pretty accurate for the most part. It's just like I said, out of this barreling material, they're not going to be the most accurate. Plus, especially with the way this works, is a lever action top prime, so you're going to kind of go back and then forward. And then especially when you're slam firing, I don't even want to think about that. I'll just think about the waffle head darts. It was relatively accurate, but you got to remember when you're slam firing, you're really sacrificing that accuracy. And weak parts, not really that many. Like I said, the stock is a weak point because that's not the best. And then especially when you're trying to shoulder it, you're joking, right? There we go. It's when you're applying like a massive amount of pressure to it, which spring blasters will unfortunately do that. But like I said, this is an in-strike stock attachment point, so you could put on a better stock. It's just, I feel like it's funny because this doesn't entirely match the blaster. It only matches the magazine, but it's not bad. Plus, like I said, these are a big plus. I really like these magazines. They're very thick and nice, even though they hold 14 darts. And the fact that this thing does have slam fire is really cool. And even though like it's like a top lever action, it's still pretty comfortable. Like I said, the grip is probably the best Buzzbee grip that I've ever felt or that I've seen out there. The trigger is very nice. It's a nice clean break, and even though I don't like the lever entirely, like I really wish this could be a bigger one, because doing that is gonna hurt, which is why I probably end up gripping it like that. But it's exceptionally light. Like well, except when you do that. But it's a smooth, soft lever, like. And from what I've seen of chronograph data, this thing shoots an average about 80 FPS, possibly a little over. So, yeah, you could call this the Sentinel 2. So, I guess just now it comes down to my opinion. Overall, it's a cool blaster. I'm actually impressed by it. It's a nice little toy. It's very fun to play with. Its plastic quality is actually a lot better. There's still some weak points like that. And a few other areas, like usually the magwell isn't the most well, but it's better plastic than what they have done. And you guys remember that because I've gone over a lot of them. But overall, I'm actually impressed. This is probably the first time I can actually give a good review to a Buzzbee product. And honestly, I'm excited to see what Buzzbee does. Like, I'm hoping they do more cool stuff like this, but stuff that's probably more ergonomic, because that's gonna get weird over time. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out the video. And I guess I will see you in the next one. Bye.